This is hashtag Tap In Podcast. Tap in. This is Tap In. Yeah. This is the place where you about to tap in. Wanna know what's hot? You gotta tap in. You know who's dope in the city? Gotta tap in. This is Young Woody's hashtag Tap In Podcast. Yo. This is your boy Young Woody, and this is hashtag Tapin. And yo, today I got the big homie today, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, there's only one way I can describe this man. Black Brawley. I got Austin's own Vaughn Dome in the building. What's good, my guy?
What's good, fam?
Hey, man, you know, doing the, you know what I'm saying, getting out here, getting this work done, man. But look, let me ask you a question. I want to start this off real quick and, like, just off real. Bro, what made you start with Black Brawley? What made you name that album that, bro?
I'm Brawley, bro.
You're Brawley.
I'm Brawley.
Talk to me. Give me the equivalence, the dichotomy. Talk to me.
So, I mean, of course, for those that know, Broly extra swollen shit. I am not that, but I am a big nigga.
Facts. Facts.
Nah, but what it is Broly was born around his people, and he was automatically felt that he was something that he wasn't.
Facts.
And so because he was felt to be that way, he was cast away.
Correct.
Let's put that into perspective of me. I'm not going to say that I was cast away, but I didn't really feel like I set right at home, being from Maryland and shit.
Okay.
So I end up being transported to Texas.
Okay.
This is Planet Vampa for me.
Makes sense.
You feel me?
Makes sense.
So if you see the beginning for Broly is from Planet Vegeta.
Correct.
Planet Vegeta being Maryland for me.
That makes sense.
And at some point in time in my life, still, you know, possibly now, I gotta laugh at this shit. Still possibly now, I have a problem with rage. You know what I'm saying? So pissing me off isn't always the best thing to do.
Because he goes up. And if you know Brawley, it don't stop.
It don't stop.
It don't stop. It does
It
not
doesn't
stop.
fucking stop.
It does not stop.
I try to maintain it, but it's difficult. You know what I mean? So
when certain habits become regular.
yeah, and I'm trying to be kind of PC about what I'm saying, but those that know.
Oh, I know.
You know,
that's half the reason why you're in the profession that you're in outside of hip hop.
yeah, see what I'm saying? Those that know. You know
Facts.
I mean? All in all, as one lump sum, you know what I'm saying? I am the black but I am the black version of Broly, and since I am the black version of such,
you made the album.
I made the album. And that's sense. Why it's a double project. That is why the first one is called Planet Vegeta. The other one is Planet Vampa.
That makes sense.
Planet Vampa, the second half of the project is way more aggressive.
Correct.
Because I was sent to this destitute, meaning somewhere I had no clue where the hell it was. I had never stepped foot on an airplane, let alone coming to Texas. And just being here, it's like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, I look off the plane and all of the grass was brown. I said, what the fuck is this shit?
What part of Texas did you land in?
I landed in Dallas.
Okay. You know, I know exactly
yeah,
what you're talking about.
I landed in Dallas at not Love Field, the other one, whatever, the DFW.
Yeah.
And but see, I came down here with my pops. My pops was like, yeah, you want to move to Dallas with me? I said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And being from Maryland, of course I'm a Cowboys fan at the time. You know what I'm saying?
They're everybody's team at that time.
Yeah, because I mean, because we done. Most people from Maryland, we never fucked with the Redskins. It was never in our mind to say, yeah, the Redskins. And for most of our life, we didn't have the Ravens because the Baltimore Colts went to Cleveland and became the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
So before I left the Ravens, it came back. But they was brand new, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't what the team the city had gravitated to yet.
Right, so it was no way in hell, shape, or form that we was rooting for the Redskins. Living in Maryland, I knew of 2 Redskins fans, and they lived in the same household. That was my man O and his mom. That's it.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I land, get off the plane and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I start seeing Dallas in the rear view. So I'm like, where the fuck are we going? And we're driving. And I'm still looking. I'm like, yo, it's
farmland everywhere.
Everywhere. Now, granted, we got some farmland in Maryland, but not like.
Oh no, it's not. It's
miles.
Miles.
Miles and acres of miles of acres of land.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, thinking, what the fuck did I get into? And we stopped, finally, in a place called Sanger, Texas.
What's funny is I know where y'all stopped at.
Oh my, listen, bro.
I know exactly where you guys were at.
Listen, bro. It was Vampa for me because I had never experienced being one of 6 black people in a school.
Let alone one of 30 and one of 50 to 100 in the town. Yeah.
I don't even think it was that many. I honestly don't even think it was that many, bro.
Yeah.
All the black people was related somehow. Or, like, I know there was a set of brothers, that it was 2 brothers and a sister. And then it was 2 sisters. And then there was the janitor, me, and I think the lunch lady. That's all the black people that was in the school. So it's, of course, you know what I'm saying, coming straight in, the first thing they want to do is put me on the football team and shit. So, whatever.
So, yeah.
But this is where it really turned into Vampa for me. Besides, you know, the destitute land of nothing but fucking brown grass and cows.
Go ahead. I get it. Bro, when I say I get it, all right, look. All right, my Tapin viewers, man, if y'all don't understand what he's talking about, bro, we're talking about where I'm talking about is literally in between Dallas and Waco. And this spot, if you going down 35, you're not gonna miss this. Is you either you can't, when I say you ain't gonna miss it, because you're not gonna see it. But once you get off the highway, you know where you're going, and you go into the town.
Not Waco, Oklahoma, between Dallas.
Oh no, my bad. Dallas, Oklahoma, my bad.
Yeah.
But when you going up there, like you in between, and it's like when you go out there, you know. It's like, you either got to know where you going or you lost.
Bruh.
Am I lying?
Bruh.
But am I lying? I mean, it's like you got to know where you going or you lost.
Like when you get to the town, it's like the movie Friday Night Lights, or what's the shit with the blue?
Varsity Blues. I know what you're talking about. The little high school football country team.
So Friday nights, Thursday, Friday night, if you're not at the high school game, you ain't nowhere.
Pretty much.
Everything closes down and shit. So, but yeah, so it turns more into Vampa for me because I had never really experienced that form of racism before until I got here. And I was like, I'm looking at the black people that's in the school and I'm like, y'all just let these motherfuckers talk to y'all like that? Like, this is what y'all do? Come to find out, that a good amount of the motherfuckers was scared of me because they asked me where I was from. I said, well, not far from Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Blah, 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 which I'm from the Eastern Shore, born and raised. I don't tell people Salisbury because nobody knows where the fuck that's at. They know Baltimore. But I'm from the other side of the bridge and shit, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know that shit. But just hearing some of the shit that was being said and seeing the things that was being done and letting niggas know, like, you're not finna, I don't give a fuck what they was doing. You not finna talk to me like that.
Makes sense.
You not finna do this. Hey, I will get suspended from school. Is that cool?
No, you good. You good. You good.
I'm not gonna. I don't care about getting suspended from school. I don't give a fuck about being expelled. I've been expelled from school before. It can happen again. Say what you said again, and it's gonna,
we going there. Yeah, we going there. We going there.
You know what I'm saying? So just offer some, just seeing the way things was run, just really
different.
It was different. It had me out of place. So of course, fast forwarding down life a little bit, when it came down time for me to inevitably sell drugs, to inevitably sell drugs and shit.
Wow.
It was easy as fuck, to the point that like I never got caught with my own shit. Now I got a dope charge, but I didn't get caught with my own shit. I got caught up in a situation.
Makes sense.
Statute of limitations is up. Goddamn it. This was we talking about 2004, 2003. Yeah.
What is it, 15 years you gotta wait, if I'm not mistaken, 15, 20?
For what? Statute of limitations? That's 2 years.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, for a dope charge.
Yeah, for dope charges and I think robberies. There's no statute of limitations on murder and shit like that.
Forever. Yeah, that'll be your ass. But let me ask you this, man. I get the titles, I get it. So let me ask you this. I understand your journey that what brought you here. What brought you to Austin? Because you hold a piece of equipment for Austin that a lot of people knew, maybe didn't know how to access, maybe didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But Austin, Texas hip hop, the actual award show, that's yours.
Absolutely. My name on it, everything.
That's yours. And that's something that you know what I'm saying, that you built here in the city. So my question is, what led you to come to Austin from those areas? And then also, what immersed you into the hip hop scene?
I've been in love with hip hop since I was a young tyke.
Gotcha.
Still running around back home in Maryland and shit. So I'm gonna get to the second question in a second. But,
Gotcha.
So I was back home and shit. We moved into this townhouse duplex type thing, whatever the fuck. And I went up to the attic, and whoever was the previous owner, or whoever lived there previously, they had left a box up there. So I go through the box, and unbeknownst to me, while I'm looking through it shit is filled with rhymes, bro. Like, just whoever it was, I don't know if they passed away, I don't know if they went to jail or what, but it was a box, bro. And it was nothing but just rhymes and rhymes and rhymes. Like, whoever the nigga was just writing for days. I don't know who the shit was, but I remember one in particular. It wasn't even really that good, but it was something I knew I couldn't do at the time. Because thinking illogically, because I was already writing poetry and shit, which I still do to this day, but that shit was like, that shit said some crazy shit like, I'm a scorpion, the vehicle real champion, smoking niggas like a blunt to oblivion. I remember reading that and I was like, I can fucking do this. Let me try to. First rhymes I wrote was trash. I didn't know how to count bars and shit. So that's what got me into hip hop, period. And I was like 11 maybe at the time. Right?
Okay.
So fast forward to leaving from the east side of Vampa to the west side of Vampa, because that's what the fuck happened. So I was 19. I was 18. I was 18, 19, somewhere around there and shit. And nigga, I ain't gonna hold you, nigga. I called the chat line. I was home. I ain't had shit to do. I'm just laid up in the crib and shit. I called the chat line. Started talking to this chick. That's how I ended up here, bro. I'm not even bullshit, bro. I ended up in Austin.
Behind one of the phone chat lines?
Yes, dog. I ended up in Austin. And nobody knows this shit except for like 2 other people. Now a lot of people, whoever see this shit, I got
Tapin.
It's a real Tapin exclusive.
Yo. Okay, that's it. That's very interesting.
I called the fucking chat line, bro. And I didn't know this at the time, but the only women really that be on the chat line like that is women selling their ass.
Facts.
Crazy motherfuckers and fat girls. I don't have a problem with a big girl. I really don't. It is what it is. I don't care. If that's you, that's you. I've dated big women before. It's whatever. I don't care. Right? So I didn't know that's all that was on there. So, but I started talking to the chick. I was actually playing rugby at the time. I was out of high school. I was playing rugby.
I was like that no pads.
Yeah.
Physical with that boy.
I loved it. I loved it. So I told the chick, excuse me, no name, no blame. She shall not get a shout out at this point in time.
Okay.
I was talking to her and said, well, I can't just, shoot up there until I get done. Like I'm in the middle of the rugby season and shit. Just so happened we made playoffs or whatever. And there was a game here in Austin, and I told her to come to the game. I didn't know she was crazy and a big girl.
Double whammy.
It was double whammy. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Crazy chicks got the best pussy. So,
yo, that has been known to be a notable fact. These guys are crazy. This boy wildin'.
So I got here, was dealing with her for however long I was dealing with her. Ended up in situations, whatever. And while I'm here, this is the honest to God truth, bro. I start seeing this white. Was it it was a Suburban, a GMC, but it was a big, it was a big body joint. It was white, it had like 22s, 24s on it or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. The bitch was fire. And I used to see it all the fucking time. And I was like, yo, this shit is fire. Like, I really like this shit. Every time that bitch would pass me, I would look at it and like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? In the back window, it was the goddamn Above All logo.
Fucking wow.
It was checkmate the whole fucking time, right?
And that's who I'm thinking it was. But I'm like, okay, this nigga gotta be talking about checkmate. Okay, yeah, all right.
It was checked the whole time, driving around. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Well, there goes your introduction to Elsa, Texas.
So that was my first introduction to that shit. And then all of a sudden, I get in trouble behind that shit. I end up going to jail, right? Okay. So I go to jail, and while I'm in jail, there's a dude, and he just beatboxing all fucking day. And I'm like, yo, why he be beatboxing so much? And he's like, well, you need to hook up with my mans when you get out, this, that, and the third. It was a guy named Rodney Brown. He run a joint called White House Records. I don't know if niggas know who that is, but he was the first person I ever seen with Pro Tools and the Pro Tools board, the original board, that big motherfucker, where the sound card was like 10 racks and shit. He the first person I seen with that shit. He stayed in an apartment that was like out on Ben White and Bannister and shit. So I get out and I go, I link up with him. He left me the number. I called him. He said, yeah, come to the studio. Let me see what you. And I went over there and I was in awe because I had never seen this shit before. I've never seen a monitor. So we talking 2004, 2003, 2004, some shit like that. So imagine walking into a studio with a board and a monitor this size in 2004.
I know exactly what you're talking
about. Yeah, so I'm saying, so I'm like, God,
and that's new. That was at the time. It was new to everybody.
Yeah, it was new to everybody. It wasn't possible for everybody to just have flat screens.
And that shit was expensive.
So, yeah,
that shit was mad expensive.
As expensive as it is now, imagine this shit in 2004. Right?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, facts. God damn. So you got this, you know what I'm saying? So you turn some beats on and shit. And matter of fact, I still got the CD at the crib somewhere. Like, I'm reading over the shit that I wrote. Mind you, I told you I don't know how to count bars. I'm thinking I'm counting bars. Then I'm writing like 48 bars thinking it's 16s. I'm not knowing, but I was like, damn, I hate writing, bro. Because I'm doubling up this shit. I'm doubling, tripling up on songs. And then I don't know how the fuck I learned that, no, that's not how you count a bar. This is how you count a bar. But dude was like, yo, you got something, but you got to shorten your songs. He didn't even tell me, yo, your bars are too long.
You got to shorten
your songs up. And that's pretty much my first, he was my first real introduction. But my first show my first introduction to the hip hop scene was thanks to Hands Down and Black Diamond Entertainment and them motherfuckers.
Okay.
We had a hell of a fallout. I'm talking about there was weapons involved and gunshots and fights and all kind of shit. Like, I'm not glorifying that.
But that's what happened.
But that's what happened.
That's
you know
what
I'm saying? They'll tell you, like, we was at it, bro. We was at it. But the only difference is I was pretty much solo. Like, I ain't really have.
They had a squad.
Yeah, they had a squad, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, to each their own. However they tell the story, they tell it. But they're the ones that are 1,000,000% responsible for giving me one of my favorite songs I've ever recorded to performing for the first time ever in my life.
Okay.
And there's a video of it online somewhere, and you can tell I don't know what I'm doing because I'm rapping, and then the mic is way down here.
So you rapping down here.
Yeah, and then I guess the mic wasn't projecting, and being the artist that I am now, I could immediately tell when shit ain't right because it has to go a certain way for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm rapping, but because I'm rapping over my lyrics, you can't hear me, you just hear the song. You know what I'm saying? And then my man's tapped me and he hands me the mic. This is on video. He hands me the other mic. So I grab the mic and I do like this and I'm still rapping with both mics in my hand, and then I do this. I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. I thought I was gonna forget all my lyrics and shit. But they're responsible for putting me in a position to know that I love hitting the stage. I will always give them that. I'll never take that away from them. Even at some point, bro, I was going through a lot of shit. Hands Down, let me come live with them, all kind of shit, bro. I'll never take that away from them. But when we fell out hard. We fell out really hard. So they're the reasons that I'm...
What brought you into Austin, Texas?
The scene, yeah, the scene.
Got you.
Rodney is responsible for me loving to record. Hands Down in them, Black Diamond Entertainment, Loveless Records, all of them. They're responsible for me understanding that I love to hit the stage. Checkmate is the reason why I understand and I know the reason that you have to have more than all that other shit and have a presence that will stand with you forever. Because you cannot say Austin hip hop, period. I don't give a fuck if you like the nigga or not. You cannot say Austin hip hop at all without saying Clinton Davis Jr., Checkmate, Above All Entertainment, 1719 Productions. You cannot.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And
so
let us be clear. Hashtag Tapin will never not acknowledge that.
facts.
Ever. Yeah, well, wait, let's be clear. This platform is made from Austin, for Austin, and for everyone to know what's here. So I'll be damned if we don't tell the truth. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
I'll be damn. Fuck you. And by the way, shout out Checkmate. That's a fact.
Shout out Check.
Facts.
2 ways. Look, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I've told him this. I probably posted this shit on Facebook a few times, but I owe Check a lot. I know I don't be at the studio with him as much as I used to, and all of that shit. But I owe Check. Everybody I just named. I owe them niggas a lot because I've learned from every situation musically from my past. I mean, even still present, but definitely from my past to understand who was, a staple in the career of me. Checkmate being who he is and building that studio and having people, having something for people to be able to come and do other than ripping and running the fucking streets. And putting a microphone in front of motherfuckers and saying, hey, get in here and work on this fucking music.
Instead of being there doing some dumb shit.
Dog, had I had met this nigga earlier, I wouldn't have no fucking dope charge, bro. It's that simple.
That's why that's why here at hashtag, this is how you acknowledge what the truth is in the city.
It's the truth. I ain't
You notice, this wasn't pulled out. This is volunteer information.
Yeah.
This is
Bro,
This is what the truth is, and you gonna notice as we go through these. As anybody I put in this chair, you gonna start noticing. You gonna start hearing names, because this scene is a lot more connected than y'all think it is.
It is.
And it's intergenerational. It's more than what you think it is, and this is just another part to it. But I have to interrupt. And the reason why I got to interrupt is because I have a question that's kind of lingering with me, and it's kind of nagging me to ask it.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard Black Brawley, and I've heard both albums, Planet Vegeta and Vanilla. So I heard them both, and I think I went live and actually breaking down each track. So I definitely did that. Your Austin presence is definitely noticed.
Right.
From not necessarily from the younger artists, more so from the experienced artists. You can tell you knew the battle rappers of today, because you got a few of them on there.
Yeah.
Then you definitely got, shout out to the coaches, shout out to Foolish Battleground. Then I definitely see you got a few other artists that are of name, like Smackola, a couple other guys. Yeah. And then I also noticed you got guys like Gutter, and you got other, that I would say are experienced battle rap and experienced guys when it comes to the lyrical side of hip hop. You have I won't say forefathers, but these are definitely the young OGs of the game. Yeah. So what made you pick who you picked to collab with, to express what you express on these albums?
Well, as far as the names, me and Chilla was supposed to work together a few years back. And I think something had happened to where we couldn't do it. I don't remember what it was. It might have been the pandemic or some shit. I don't fucking remember.
The last couple of years been kind of wild, right?
Yeah, the last couple of years been on some bullshit. You know
Man.
What I'm saying? So, I think that may have been what happened or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? He told me at the time, because he was in town, he told me at the time, he was like, well, if you give me while I'm in town, it'll be easier to do, blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't even do it. I would love to have had Chilla come to the crib, but it wasn't able to happen. So we had just had a conversation, really, and with every time I meet Chilla or talk to Chilla, he's always genuine. He's never one of those ones that just be like, I am who I am, just get away from me. He's never like that.
Gotcha.
And I was like, lyrically, I would love to work with this nigga. And I told him that, and he said, well, let's do it. DNA was a little different. He was doing some shit online where he was promoting himself and said that he had a project coming out and he was gonna, grab some people to do the shit and blah, 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 this and the third. I reached out to him, and at first I was skeptical because I was in disbelief that I would be talking to fucking DNA online about. And I was like, because he was charging, of course, and so whatever, you can get your money, you get your bread, whatever. So I'm like, I don't want to pay this nigga and then it not be him. And someone was like, nah, just do it, you good. So then I shot him the beat. He said, yeah, this bitch bouncy, I'll definitely write to this shit. I said, all right. So I sent him the bread, I sent him the first half, and he had that shit back to me in less than 24 hours.
That sound
I was like, damn.
That sound like what he did for OD.
Yeah, it's like, damn, yeah. So DNA, matter of fact, DNA took less than 24 hours. Chilla was less than a week. Shit, I called Gutter. Gutter popped up at the crib. He came to the crib, recorded his shit. Prophecy was a little bit because the engineer that he was using was on some bullshit or something. So when he originally sent me the verse was short. It was cut or some shit. So I didn't even have it. So I had to wait for him to get a different engineer and all that shit. But then when he sent me the shit, he blacked out. Matter of fact, the song with Gutter, the Money in the Bank joint with me and Gutter.
Shout out to Gutter, cause I played that. I had like a little Austin jam session, and I played that. That shit hard, dog.
Yeah,
I fuck with it.
That's my shit. But what's even more crazy is niggas don't even know this shit. The V Jones that's on that's actually my ex-girlfriend.
Really?
The female voice that's in there, that's her. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what my whole thing is with the artists that I use. If I don't have a connection with you or I don't fuck with you as an artist, I'm not gonna do a song with you just because.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see that shit all the time. Niggas don't even fuck with each other, but because it'll lead them to a bag, they'll do a song.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The song don't be worth a damn.
The song don't be worth a damn. The artists end up hating it. The perfect example is So Icy with Jeezy and Gucci.
Yeah.
But
When they hit the song, and they can't stand each other.
Bruh, when Gucci, I seen, it might have been the Beef DVD. I don't remember what it was, but Gucci Mane was like, not Gucci Mane, but Jeezy was like, man, I told him I didn't want to do the song when they sent it to me. He said, well, give me X amount of dollars and I'll do the song. What is the purpose of that? That shit led to so much bullshit down the line. People dying, people, it's just stupid. So if I don't fuck with you, I don't do music with you, it's just not, that's just not who I am. If I got a song with you, it's because I fuck with you in some capacity or I fuck with your music. You know what I'm saying? That's how, like Do Wrong. Do Wrong gets credit, but Do Wrong is so underrated to me. His ability to freestyle and create an entire song off of a freestyle is so underrated. Do Wrong is the generation under me's White Side.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because White Side do the same shit. White Side can get in there. But it's expected of him now, which is bad because White Side has been doing it for so fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
Do Wrong can do the same shit. Do Wrong has the ability to captivate just because of his voice. It's deep and it's raspy pulse.
That's just what it is.
Yeah,
no pause to it. It's his voice. I know, bro. Look, he has a deep, raspy voice, so therefore, the way it comes off on the track, he can ride, and with the way he rides a beat, it actually kind of pairs out with the type of beats and production that he uses. Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
That's exactly how the song Savage was created. That's why Savage is the first song on Planet Vapor to let you know that this entire side of the project is going to be rough and in your face.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was.
And that's exactly what the fuck it
mm-hmm.
is. And to me, the most surprising feature that's on the project would be Tone Brigante.
Why is that?
Because nobody from when I keep saying my generation, just means the 1808, the Club 311 generation that was, always on 6th Street, going up and down 35, going to Dallas, San Antonio, Houston to do these performances and shit. The 35 and up club, pretty much. But Tone is younger. Tone does a lot of things for himself, but nobody would look to see somebody in my generation and that generation within the city collabing together. They can look at Tone and they can be like, yeah, Tone will do something with 1030 Montana. He'll do something with, Quinn, or he'll do something with the younger. Or they'll look at me and they say, well, it's expected for him to do something with Gutter. It's expected for him to do something with JJ or Fitness, which them three right there, Gutter, JJ, and Fitness are really staples in my career also, but that's another story. They don't expect for us to, and what's crazy is, what's even less expected is for the younger generation to reach out to what would be considered the older generation, my generation. And Tone reached out to me. I was like, okay. He was like, yo, I feel like I really want to do some hip hoppy type shit. Like I really want to, you know what I'm saying? He said, like, let's collab on some shit. I was like, shit, say less. He's like, he asked me if I got some beats. I asked him if he got some. And it was like the first or second beat I sent him. He's like, yeah, let's do that. And he had his verse back to me within 3-4 days. It was quick. And we recorded the shit. And I listened back to that song right now. We supposed to shoot a video to it months ago, but then, the car wreck happened or whatever. But I listened back to that shit right now. And I am highly pleased with that song. That's one of my favorite songs on the whole project. By far one of my favorite songs on the whole project. And it's mixing the old with the new. And he was like, yeah, you need to let me shoot the video for it. I was like, shit, let's do it. And then we was getting everything together. I'm not gonna be able to do it now, so somebody can take this idea. So Um, I had my Challenger and shit before it got wrecked, and then I hit up one of the leaders, I guess, of Hemi Gang. So he's gonna have all the Challengers and shit out there and shit.
Well, you still should do it.
And then I mean, I can probably still do it, but I can't have mine in it.
Right.
That's what I really wanted. Was
I got
yeah,
you.
you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But yeah, I mean the other features that are on the project, I don't have any qualms with or any issues with. Especially one big feature that's on the project that people don't understand that's on there, or they don't know who the guy is, or they forgot. But it's a song on the project called Trust with a guy named Tito Lopez.
I know the song you're talking about.
Yeah, Tito Lopez had a song out called Mama Proud, and he had another song out, I cannot remember the name of that shit. But both of which landed him on MTV, BET videos, in Dr. Dre's house.
That's a very interesting place.
There's a video.
There's a very interesting place to be.
There's a video of him rapping for Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is making a drink. Dr. Dre is just, they just going, you know what I'm saying? And then he do that shit. He got a Sway freestyle on Five Fingers of Death. Okay. He got all kind of shit. That one, to me, was the biggest feature that I had because when he did Mama Proud, he had came to Austin for South by Southwest. I had never heard of, and there was a gay club. Let me finish. There was a gay club downtown called Kiss and Fly, but Kiss and Fly had became one of the venues for South by Southwest. Mm-hmm. First of all, Kiss and Fly was one of the dopest clubs I'd ever been in my fucking life.
The way it looked, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, that
the
was huge.
the aesthetics of it.
That shit was crazy, right? So I'm like, I'm in there, and because this is when Mystical had just got out of jail the first time.
Okay.
Stupid ass. This fool. Anyway, Mystical just got out of jail. So I was like, shit, I want to go over here because I'll finally get to see Mystical perform. So Tito was one of the openers.
Okay.
And I got the original copy of Mama's Proud directly from him. And I was like, yo, because when he was performing that shit, like, that shit is hard. I never heard this shit before. Yeah, CDs, he throwing them out in the crowd. I was like, yo, let me get one. I'm reaching out from the crowd to get the CD and shit. Put it in the whip when I go home and I'm banging that bitch. That bitch is fire, right? So that's the only time I seen him. And then I seen that he had released some music and shit. And from that point, I was just a listener. He's from like Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just listening to the music and shit. I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. And then fast forward from that point to maybe 11, 12 years later. He's on Instagram. I was like, man, fuck this, bro. I just hit him in the inbox and shit. I was like, look, bro, I've been a fan since Mama's Proud. I don't know if you remember this show, but you was performing and the crowd was really rocking with you, and then the power kept shutting off on you. He was like, hell yeah, I remember that. South by Southwest, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I said, I was there in the front row, and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. I said, yo, this shit was fire. I said, man, what would it take for me to be able to do a project, do a song with you and shit? And he told me, and I obliged almost immediately, because I knew he was going to tell me some astronomical ass price. I knew he was going to be on some, give me, something stupid that I couldn't afford. When I say astronomical, not saying that his number would be that, but something that I can't afford to do.
Correct.
And he didn't do that at all. He told me what was needed. He told me what type of music that he wanted to. I said, man, So I went and looked through some beats and shit. I sent him maybe 10 beats. He picked 5, or he picked 4, or whatever. So I picked two and he picked one, and that's the one we did, right? Or some shit like that, right? So I sent him the beat. Dog, he sends me this shit back. I'm like, yo, I paid this man for a 16. It's gonna be so fucking dope. So if you listen to the song Trust, Tito's verse is 28 to 32 bars. Straight.
That's that extended verse you got on there.
That's why it's extended. Because he sent it back. I was like, I'm not cutting this verse short.
That bitch went straight through. It went straight through. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He get fucked. That's why it stopped like they said, something trust. And that's why I come on, trust. I'm going to be done in a minute. Nobody believes who I'm here for the kid. That's why I start like that. Because there's no reason for me to write a hook now. Because I told him, I said, go ahead and do it. I'm going to write a hook. And then we get this shit done.
What did he do? Expect you to go 32, 216s and split them? Is that what he thought you was going to do?
I mean, I don't know. But all I knew...
that verse was getting on that album.
That verse was not getting split. You know what I'm saying? So all I did is like I could have just like took the beat, extended it, skipped it a little bit, and did some shit with it. But man, fuck that. This nigga rap. Fuck all that.
You gotta fuck with it. Facts.
He definitely over delivered, and not only did he over delivered for the amount that I paid. And I was beyond ecstatic, bro. I was like, yo, this is fucking crazy. Because I when he sent it back to me and I listened to it, I'm sitting in the studio and I just keep playing it back because I'm like, yo, I really got this verse from somebody who I am really a fan of. And then I look back at the actual project and I'm like, I have a lot of verses from people that I'm a fucking fan of. I am a fan of Prophecy, especially as the battle rapper.
Okay.
I am a fan of Chilla Jones and the things that he's doing, not only as a battle rapper, but for battle rap. And now they just came out with a new crew. I cannot think of their names to save my damn life, but they got a freestyle that's online. On the radio and shit, but it's three of them. It's Mickey Fax, Chilla Jones, and one other person I can't remember who the fuck it is. But I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. I said, damn, man, I've been a fan of Gutter. Gutter, me seeing Gutter perform and just his swagger of the way he bent words when he rapped. Mm-hmm. Is what made me reach out and finally me performing at that place where I first performed at is how I end up meeting the driver of the white goddamn Suburban or whatever the fuck it was with the blah blah blah.
End up being checkmate.
I walked up to that nigga and was like, yo, I really need to contact you. I need to talk to you about this music. I need to do all of that. I need you to show me some shit. I really told him all this shit, bro. And I was like, especially that nigga talking about Gutter. I was like, Gutter he really got something. And it turned into me being a part of a staple outside of the business. You know what I'm saying? It turned into me being part of a staple for Austin hip hop.
That's what's up, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And look, man, this is a Drake behind the curtain. He giving y'all insight because we talking early 2000s going into 2010s is what he's talking about right now.
Yeah.
This ain't far fetched what he's talking about. This is recent history. Oh God, this is recent history.
Yeah, bro.
So you and coming from a person born and raised still, man, like. You talking about the shit we know. Like, this is live and direct. That's good to know, man.
Now see, here's what's even crazier. I haven't told too many people this shit, but there are 3 there are 3 hidden bars in this project.
3 hidden bars?
Hidden bars.
Well, I've heard these ones a few times.
Yeah.
What bars are we are hidden that I didn't catch?
So,
because I can go through your album. I know both of them too.
So, There is a hidden bar in the song Trust. There's a hidden bar in the song with me and G. Smith called Poison.
I remember Poison. Actually, I pointed that out to you. I swear to God, you go back to when I broke down the den, I pointed out Poison. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
And then there's a hidden bar in, you know what? There's only two because the third one I didn't put onto the project. But there's hidden bars in two of those two songs. So the way it works out is if you listen straight out to the song, damn, I don't really want to give it away, but if you can, I tell you what.
Nah, because I ain't gonna lie, because now you got me thinking, because here's the thing, I told you, I know the songs. That's why I said, no, I know the song, because Trust God, you said it got the long verse on it, and then you got the other one, and you talking about Poison. I know the two songs you're talking about.
So let's do this. For whoever's watching this to this point, right?
Because now you've been to make me go back and really listen, like, what did I miss?
Oh, yeah, it's there.
And look, let's be clear. I am a real hip-hop head. I will take a track back, go lay out, and I will... See, what is this? What is it? I will literally do this shit, so I'm trying to figure out what did I miss.
It's done to me. So G. Smith knows it's there. T. Flasher knows it's there. I want to say Super knows it's there. And maybe two other people.
Yeah, wait. Then don't give it out to me. And the reason why I'm going to say it is because, look, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go pull them up. And when I pull these motherfuckers up, I'm listening. Don't even tell me where they at. Don't even give me the clue. Just know. Listen, if y'all don't know what we talking about, we are talking about his name is Von Doom. You're gonna see George Von Doom on every fucking platform.
Every one of them.
Every single one of them. You're gonna see Black Brawley. Yeah. They spelled exactly how I'm telling you. Broly. Yeah. When you go, 2 albums are gonna pop up. One's gonna have Planet Vegeta. The other's gonna be Planet Vampa. Yeah. What he's talking about, we sat in the same fucking studio and we went song for song. And here's the cold part. He even gonna tell you, we heard the first mix release, then the second one. Tell me I'm tripping.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Tell me I'm tripping. I'm telling y'all.
See, it's done in such a way. Not to cut you off, but it's done in such a way I don't think anybody's ever done it. I have went back to music and, read bars and shit like that. I have never seen anybody do it. Matter of fact, when I first did it, G. Smith, if I'm lying,
I'm going to hit it.
If I'm lying, you tell Woody that I'm wrong, bro.
Okay.
I did it, and I told G. Smith, I said, watch this. I said, I just did something. It's crazy. I said, this is how I'm going to do the whole shit. I said, boom, 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 boom. And then I spit it to him. I spit him the whole verse. I said, where's the hidden verse? And he was like, I don't know. And then I went back and I showed him where it was at. So, with all that being said, Planet Vampa, the songs of Trust and Poison. Trust and Poison. Okay. I want to say it's one more, but my memory is so trash, I can't fucking remember. But those two in particular. Here's what we're gonna do. For anybody who is at this point, who is watching this,
I gotta hear this.
If you find the hidden verse
put it in the comments. Facts.
No. Don't even put it in the comments.
Okay,
Watch this. Don't even put it in the comments. If you find the hidden bar, not the hidden verse, the hidden bar within the both songs, email me at bookgeorgevondoom@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. bookgeorgevondoom@gmail.com. Email me what you found, and I'll cash app you.
Man, hey.
That's all you gotta do.
You heard it from the man himself, man. Hey, and like I said,
it ain't gonna be $1 million fucking dollars, but I'll cash app you something.
It's gonna be a blessing. Hey,
it'll be a blessing.
And here's the thing, I'm gonna find it too. I'm gonna find it, and when I find it, he knows I found that. I'm gonna find it.
Look, all you gotta do is once you find it, write it out what it is, what the hidden bar is, and then when you write out what the hidden bar is, email me that, and I'll cash app you and send you some free merch. I don't care where you are, I will send you some free merch, a t-shirt, a fucking hoodie, something. I don't know, but I'll send you some free merch and I'll cash app you.
Hey, man, you heard it from the man first. Now, here the hashtag, man. I'm going to tell you like I tell every artist. This platform is for us.
Hold on. Limited time, because I don't want a million motherfuckers sending me shit. It's a limited time. But it'll be going for at least 30 days, at least, at the least.
From the release point, definitely 30 days.
But definitely try after that, because I might still do it. I just, if I have a million people hit me and I send each one of you $1,
He could have used that. He could have used the million
somewhere. Use that million, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Feel you on that one. I feel you on that one.
Yeah, bro.
But look, let me tell you this, man. I really got to tell you this because this is very important to me. Very important. I'm not only a person who's put in over a decade and a half worth of work into this city. I'm a person who cares about it. I care about our hip hop culture, and I really do care about what we do as a representation of this city. Because not only am I from it, born from it, I live through it, and I'm a representation of it. So if anybody's gonna put the staple to what we do here in this city, it gotta be one of us.
Yeah.
And this platform is here for y'all to use. It's not here for people just to make it a high art. Whenever you drop your next album, whenever you're throwing your next event, whenever you're doing the things that you're doing, and I could care less if it's a conference. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
This platform is here for my community to use because the purpose of #Tapin is to bridge the gap from hip hop to the people who love it.
Yeah.
And
because there's definitely a gap, and there's some missing elements because we don't have
the media coverage to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you
have
things that come out. I mean, not to cut you off, but they have some things that come out, within the Chronicle and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But let's just be real. The Chronicle only covers what
a small percentage. It's very small.
Not even just necessarily a small percentage, but they're only covering a few people that all of a sudden pop for the most part. Now, I'm not taking away from what these people have done.
Correct.
But to follow and to fall in line with what with T-Double said online the other day, they do that, but they forget about the people who you don't see, who are actually doing more. Dude, everybody talking about, well, Austin don't got nobody to make it. Well,
that's a lot.
Y2 is one of the best producers I've ever heard in my fucking life. Not only that, he's one of the best rappers I've ever heard in my life. Not only that, he was on Tech Nine not the last one before that. Vocals and production, I believe it was production too. His artist, Mickey Monday, that he was managing the shit. And was it Mickey Monday or Mickey Shaw? Whatever her name is.
I think it was Mickey Monday.
It's one of them. I can't remember the name, but got her in places that we can't even believe. He has a project called Sex Cigarettes in PlayStation games. It's one of the greatest projects I've ever heard in my life. We have people like Impact from
it's a group.
Impact was managed by Check.
Correct. That's correct.
They made it to Billboard. You can go to Billboard right now and see Almost Famous on Billboard right now. And this was from 2004, 2003, some shit like that.
Nope, it was 04, almost going into 05.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
And the reason why I know that was my junior year going into my senior year. Them niggas are them boys are in my age range. So what you're talking about is my high school. It's us going to high school.
Yeah.
So no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Listen to me.
They were kids. Let's be clear. Them guys wasn't adults yet. Most of them young boys had to have been between.
Dog, they was young.
Yeah, they were young, bro. We talk 15, like 19, like they were young, bro. I'm literally telling you, the group he's talking about, this is when we were in high school. Yeah. So I know exactly what he's talking about. Keep talking, like I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
The people that don't get this recognition, like for instance, my man TPT. People make these lists and talk about who's doing this and who's doing that. You know what? Look, viewers, listeners. I'm pulling up my phone right now.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to title.
Hashtag Tapin. We only talk facts over
Only
here, bro.
facts.
We only talk facts. This is why I have this shit, because you wouldn't get it unless I did this. This is what no one else in Austin can bring you, because he's finna tell it. Like, I'm telling you, these numbers matter. Go ahead, talk your shit. Talk your shit. Like, go ahead, talk your shit. Talk your shit.
So we're gonna go here.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Let me do it this direction. I'm gonna do it a different direction.
Okay. But it's gonna read the same way.
It's gonna read the same fucking way.
Same way. I know what he's doing. Everything he's doing right now, I know exactly what he's gonna prove to y'all. But I'm gonna let him have it. But I'm here to tell y'all this: what he's telling y'all. You gotta understand that what the end result of the statement he's about to make, and I'm gonna let him make it, is that you gotta stop acting like Austin don't have, because you're choosing to say a sound they make that you don't agree with. And that's what he's saying.
This is Austin.
Go ahead.
This is Austin. I'll pull shit up. I'm on title right now. I'll pull shit up just to prove a point.
It's the city.
Read that out loud.
Alright, we got TPT, shots to Lil Wayne, C. Walker as
Who?
the features.
Who?
Lil Wayne and C. Walker.
Who?
They're the features.
Who's the main artist?
TPT.
Who's the features?
Oh, Lil Wayne and C. Walker.
Who?
Lil Wayne and C. Walker. Oh wait, that the Carter. Wheezy. But there's some features. Oh no, wait.
Listen.
But hold on, wait. To prove his point, to add to your point, Nook currently, his current single, Hustle, Put Your Hustle First, has Mo 3 featuring Trina. So therefore, to your point, what you're saying is
it's going down.
It's here. See, the difference is you have to acknowledge them. Here's the difference. You gotta start saying their names like you say a Drake, a Fabulous. Why? Because they represent you. This is Austin. They going around repping Austin. They're not talking about New York, LA. No. They're not from there. They're not. Wait, here's the cold part. They're not even talking about Houston and Dallas and San Antonio. This is they repping Austin. So if they repping Austin and they putting that much work in, and we can have the notable names not as name droppers, but as featured artists. That means they, regardless of the business behind the scenes, they had to have like what you did to put their talents on what you did.
Bruh.
Are you catching what I'm saying, Tapin?
Bruh.
So you gotta understand that the talent level of Austin, Texas is a lot greater than the attention that the city itself is placing on the people who have met the accolades that we so dreamily want.
And they're listen.
And they're right next to you.
They're right here.
They're right here. They're literally right here in the city.
Bruh,
and I'm gonna put them right here. I swear to God I am. I'm gonna put them all right here. I swear to God I am.
TBT putting out this project that's coming up. I'm gonna tell you a list of the features. Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Cannabis,
okay.
Pusha T.
Nice. He had a nice budget. That's a hell of a budget. Either that or you guys.
But how he got a budget if nobody made it?
That's a hell of a budget.
Not only that,
even as a work relationship, the favor for a favor, like that's.
Listen,
the main names you just throw out.
Not
there,
even
bro.
just that. Oh no, not even just that. Cause we talking about nobody in Austin has made it.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga's working on his own video game. I got the APK on my phone right now.
Right now, Trial Mafia, bro, them boys are Grammy nominated. Legit Grammy nominated. I know. Bro, we got...
What they say right there?
TPT game.
It says TPT what?
Game.
Huh?
Game.
What is it doing right now? Is that loading?
It's Unity.
Is that a video game?
That's a gaming. Yeah.
This a video game? Look, I'm not lying.
Yeah, it's a video game.
I'm not lying. It's a video game.
Hey, we're talking Austin. We ain't talking Dallas, Houston.
We're talking about
Austin. Like this is really what's here.
Oh wait. Not only that.
Mm-hmm.
No, because Austin don't have and we still have to have points to prove, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not here to only talk about myself and big up myself.
He's here to
do that.
He's here to big up the city, baby.
And then here we go. What is this? Is this not him voiceover in the anime? Not him doing that too.
Yeah.
Not him voiceover in the anime. The proof is right here. I have no reason to lie to nobody. I have no reason to lie. The talent is here. The problem is when you get a publication, a radio show, well, that's all public. If you get any sort of publication to put their opinions first, they're going to put whoever they think is the main ones who are doing shit.
Instead of putting a light on everyone and allowing the people to pick what they like from it. And that's where I come in.
So we can count on both hands. I believe as far as Austin hip hop, correct me if I'm wrong, players fuck up sometimes. But I believe Basswood Lane was the first ones on the cover of the Chronicle.
Yeah.
But
second. What you call it? No, you're right. Because I always get them mixed up. It was them and then it was what you call it? Nook is either second or third. It's one of the two.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
It's second or third, but I always had him and Nook mixed up. I knew Nick because after they gave Nook the key to the city, it was his came right after.
Yeah.
It was right after. So I know what you're talking about.
You have the Basswood Lane, Nook. I can not remember the young ladies' names.
The singers?
When they put the group with Anya.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Hold on, because they're from the east side. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they put Anya. They put Christy. I can't remember her damn singer name. Y'all gotta forgive me. My memory is trash.
But we also talking about.
But they put all of them on the cover.
15, 16 years ago, dead ass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this one that I'm talking about was recent, but the other ones was like 15. Because Ice B been dead for. God bless the dead. He been dead for.
But when you brought up the first ones, you got to remember that was about. We talking what?
Yeah.
03?
4?
Like when the first one, when Chronicles actually started acknowledging hip hop.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know how old it was. I don't know when it was, but I believe that Basswood was the first one that was on there. But I say all that to say this: there are people that you have not heard about that are doing more than the people that you have heard about. So as a publication of any sort, whether it be newspaper, podcast, radio, television, if you're going to put these people on the forefront that are doing X, Y, Z, you have to do your research. You have to do your research. I guarantee you that McDonald's knows Burger King's recipes.
Better than they know them themselves.
I guarantee you that Popeyes knows Church's recipes
Facts.
and what they're doing, or KFC knows such. You have to know, one, the competition. Two, you have to know what business that you're in, because T-Double been getting residuals off of Breaking Bad for years.
And they would never know.
Now T-Double has been on the cover of the Chronicle twice, I believe. But the problem is that there are other publications that aren't acknowledging, what would be considered the forefathers in the city of the hip hop shit. I'm not even putting myself within that because I did what I did. I pay taxes on it. It is what it is. Whether niggas want to acknowledge me or not, it's whatever. But at the end of the day, there are people that need that acknowledgement from back then and from now, bro.
Facts.
And from now.
Facts.
Even outside of hip hop, people that are part of the hip hop culture that don't do music, like Notion Games. What the hell is his name, man? I can't think of his name with the dreads. I can't think of his name, but whatever. Like, he's a staple in this fucking community. He's a staple, and he is a black video game maker, bro. He makes video games as a black man in a business that is saturated by white men and Japanese.
It's like literally 94% white and Asian. That little small 6%, you get a little bit of black, a little bit of black African all in there. You might get a little bit of probably like some East Indian or the Indian guys. That's about it. Everybody else is majority white and Asian. Oh, and the younger demographic, because kids just happen to love it. But he said he's a video game designer. You don't get too many black folks that's in that. But I'm glad they are. So, Von Doom.
Andrew Augustine, goddamn, I cannot think of his name for shit. But Andrew Augustine, salute to you.
Do me one favor.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to have you back here again. I guarantee it. Because we got to keep giving these jewels to these guys. They got to know. And I'm going to have everybody here. All of them. Why? Because to do exactly what you're saying. We're not here to tell you guys who to be the great. Nah. I'm not here to do that. I could care less about doing that. But you can't tell us you can no longer say we're not here. Why? And you know why I'm not going to let you say it anymore? Because the more you say we're not, the more I'm going to drop. The more you say we're not, the more I'm going to pull up. The more you say we're not, I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to make everybody in the city point to me for every time you say it. Because you can't ignore us anymore. And we won't let you. Because you have to, and I'm going to say this, and this does not discredit any rapper that is in the major industry. I want to make sure y'all hear me say that now. This is not a hate. This is not a dysfunction. This is not a, we don't fuck with, no. I'm not saying to nobody. It's not a diss to Houston. It's not a diss to Dallas. It's not a diss to Louisiana, nobody. Houston, Atlanta, nobody. Okay? This is a fact. I don't have enough fingers and toes. I don't have enough times that my eyes blink to count the number of artists that could not only make quality music, but compete with any major artist that you like and love. They are equivalent. Equal.
It means line up the top 5.
And they will fuck your top 5
bro,
up.
Listen, bro.
They will fuck your top 5 up. Listen, I can say this right now. I put this on my life. I'm about to name 5 people. I put this on my life. Gutter G Dollar Heavy. I would probably put
what are we talking about? We talking about?
I'm getting ready to tell you. Just hold on. Just let me get this out.
Yeah.
Gutter G. Scott, I need you to go. I got Gutter G Dollar Heavy. I'm gonna go as far as to say Sunny. More so OD, but I'm gonna say Sunny. And I'll say Smackover. And I'm gonna tell you why I said those specific 5 names. There's no disrespect to anybody else that's in the city. I could take those 5 individuals. I don't give a damn if you go east or west. You won't be able to put music together that's gonna stop them. Why would I say that? Between those guys, you're gonna have a hard time lyrically stopping those 5 guys. Are they the greatest we got? Some of them are the best in their field in what they do. That's why Gutter has the culture. That's just point blank simple. Shout out to Texas Battle League. Shout out to Foolish Battleground, because that's the track that led up to the culture. But there's still no.
That's a fact.
Oh no, trust me. Oh no. Bro, I'm Austin. Bro, I am Austin. I'm not gonna say it, lie about it. Texas Battle League is where Gutter got his step off. When they stopped that, few years later, Lido started Foolish Battleground. After Foolish Battleground, Gutter came back into the city. When he did, he didn't want to step on his little bro. They worked together. And then when he did, Lido came into the culture. He never stopped, because we're still doing Foolish Battleground. But the culture took over the city. It has been a staple in the city for the last 5 years. That's a fact.
Look, fun fact.
That's a fact.
I hit up Jap. Shout out Jap G.
Yeah, shout out Jap. And hold on, and shout out Jap because Jap told Prestige to bring Terminal to Austin. So shout out Jap for making sure the battle rap culture stayed alive in Austin. That is a fact. These are facts. I've had Prestige sit in that same seat and tell us the truth. This is facts.
I hit up Jap in 2009 and had Core versus J Red. It was one of the first times that battling was put on forefront in that magnitude in the city. I think right after that, maybe a year after that. Now, Jap was doing his thing with Texas Battle League. I'm saying that was a battle crowd that they had there, but I made it a point to make battle rap a focal point within an event that didn't have nothing to do with battle.
Okay.
So it was hip hop. It was for the Austin Hip Hop Awards 2000 and I want to say 2010 at the latest, bro. But they came out, they battled, shit was fire, you know what I'm saying? But right after that, Mr. Fitness battled, rest in peace, Cadillac Ron.
I remember that. I was there for that.
And that was for South by Southwest.
I was there for that.
Had the URL stamp on it, all that shit. Yeah, man.
I was there for that.
Yeah, TBL is definitely the battle rap staple in the city.
Because that's what started it.
That's exactly what started
That's what started it.
That's the grandfather.
Facts. That is a fact, bro. That is a fact. He's not, look, bro, you gotta understand something why this is comfortable for me and Von Doom. Because of the fact that we're at work, we were here. We lived the things we're talking about. These are things that we can only share the experience of. But with that being said, we're coming towards I'm gonna go ahead and come to the end of it. But what I want you to do before I do, man, I want you to go ahead and give them your social medias, give them where they can find you. Make sure, hey, catch Black Brawley. I'm gonna say it again. I know he gonna say it, but go ahead and let them know where they can find you. You know what I'm saying, and where they can find your music and every part of that.
I'm gonna be where I'm at.
Be where you at.
George Von Doom, Google it, and everything will pull up. It's no sense in saying
all the
these
different
are
stuff, yeah.
George Von Doom. All you gotta do is Google it. Everything will pull up. Everybody don't use. You know what? Fuck. Stop using Spotify and use Tidal, please. Go to Tidal. Tidal pays us more as artists, bro. Go to Tidal. Spotify, cool, but that's the popular shit. Go to Tidal.
Because it pays us more.
It pays us more. Not only does it pay us more, it has music on it that is exclusive to Tidal. There's Tidal exclusive, and then it plays music videos too. Like, come on, y'all, like, go to Tidal, bro. Go to Tidal, man. I mean, again, Spotify, cool, but
Tidal's where it's at.
Tidal's where it's at.
Tidal's where it's at.
Tidal and YouTube. Go Tidal and YouTube, bro. Go to YouTube and listen to it on there if that's what you listen to music on. But Tidal definitely.
Got you. Well, look, you guys. This is #Tapin, and this is George Von Doom. And we out. Thank you, bro. I enjoyed every.
This is #Tapin.